Welcome to 843 TV. I'm your host, Lisa Richardson.
And I'm Will Wareham with WHHI-TV. We're coming to you today from Morningside of Beaufort, which is an assisted living community here in Beaufort. And our first guest is Tammy Siegner, who's the Executive Director of Morningside of Beaufort.
And our next guest is Jill Reed. She's the Director of Sales and Marketing.
And our final guest is Chris White, who's the Regional Food and Beverage Director for 5-Star Senior Living. So stick around for more 843 TV,
where communities come to speak.
.843 TV, where Bluffton comes to speak.
Where Spring Island comes to speak.
Where Hilton Head Island comes to speak.
Where Beaufort comes to speak.
.843 TV,
where communities come to speak. Welcome to 843 TV. We are now joined by Tammy Siegner, who's the Executive Director here at Morningside of Beaufort. Tammy, thank you very much for joining us today.
Thank you for coming to see us. We're happy to have you.
Yeah, we're happy to be here.
Good.
So we're at Morningside of Beaufort, and we're at an assisted living facility here.
Correct.
Is that correct?
Right.
What does that mean? What is an assisted living facility?
Assisted living is we assist the resident in care. We do 3 meals a day. They have their own suite. They decorate it however they want. You know, we're very homely. Their mail's delivered here. You know, they're not just a resident. They become our family. You know, we want to maintain their independence. You know, when they come in, they have their own key. They have a pendant that if they need help, all they have to do is press it. You know, not only is, you know, this their home, you know, we love them and we're glad they're here. And so we hope that, you know, they can join our family, and, you know, we're here to assist them. We're not here to, you know, be their boss. You know, they're our boss. You know, that's right. So as you can see, as you walked in the door, you have, you know, the 10 rocking chairs. You know, I tell tours, you know, when they come in, you know, residents are sitting out there, I tell them they're our board of directors.
Okay.
Because they see everything that's coming in, and they
Right.
monitor everything. So, you know, that's the difference between assisted living. Skilled is for residents that need more help with, that are sick and need a lot more medical attention. We're here just to assist them. You know, like I said, they're independent. They can come and go as they please. You know, we have lots of activities. You know, we have a van and bus. We go out, you know, shopping, lunch. You know, it's a lot of people don't know the difference between assisted living, but really you have to come in and see what assisted living is.
So that's kind of like for those of us who may just need a little bit more help.
Right, needs a little bit more help. You may need some help with medication, may need help with standby assistance in the shower. You know, we can do extensive help if need be, but honestly, we want them to live life to the fullest. You know, we're here to assist them, and if they need us, we're here.
Okay.
Tammy,
Yes.
as Executive Director, tell us a little bit about what you do day to day with the residents and maybe over the long term for the facility overall.
Well, you know, I am the Executive Director. We're a very small community. We're only a 41-bed facility. You know, my job does change day by day. You know, I am responsible for the overall facility, but I feel, you know, as Executive Director that, you know, I'm not going to ask anybody to do something that I wouldn't do. You know, you know, when a resident needs something, it's our job to, you know, see that takes place. But, you know, I do, like I said, I, you know, do take care of the overall facility. But, you know, there's lots of things that Executive Director does, you know, but, you know, we assist in tours, we assist in manager on duty on the weekends. You know, I could go through a long, boring list, but honestly, I think the proof's in the pudding. You know, I do whatever it needs to be done, you know, so.
And I'm sure you
Excited.
get a lot of, you know, satisfaction with spending time with the residents. I'm sure that's probably a big part of your role too.
Much so. My background is in nursing. I was a nurse for 15 years at a local hospital. And, you know, once I started having children, it was kind of hard working the long shifts. But here, I can sit down and, you know, joke with the residents. If they have a problem, they know they can come to me. You know, when I'm doing tours, you know, a resident will walk right in my office, and I'll apologize to the tour because I tell them, you know, my door is always open. It's like I-95. You got, you know, lines of communication, but when they know that they have a problem, they can come to me, and I'm going to try to solve it. So, you know, that's why we're so small here. You know, no job is can't handle. If I can't handle, there's someone I go up the chain. But we're here for them. You know, that's why we're here, to take care of them. And, you know, that's my main job, is to make sure they're happy. You know?
And I like how you called it a family.
It is. We're small, but like I said, you know, when someone comes in, it's scary. You know, they're moving from home, they're moving from a safe environment, they're coming into here, not knowing anybody. My job is to oversee, to make sure they feel comfortable. Not only to make sure the resident feels comfortable, but the family, because it is scary, you know. And I want to make sure that transition takes place and they feel comfortable and help them. That's why we're here. Yeah.
And you've been doing that for a while now, huh?
I have. Going on June will be 11 years.
Wow.
And like I said before, you know, working the long 12-hour shifts was hard. But, you know, my passion is nursing. I love to help people. And what a job, what other job you could have that can, you know, help people. You know, have a job every day that you can come in and make someone's life better. And I feel like I have a hand in that. I don't do it alone. You know, It takes a whole, you know, my my Morningside crew. But we do. You know, like I said, open lines communication is the key. We all take care of the residents. It's not just my say, it's the residents, it's the families, it's the staff. You know, we all come together to make it work.
And so you've been doing this almost 11 years now.
Right.
What makes Morningside of Beaufort, you know, a good place for you to come to work every day, since you've been doing it for so long?
Well, I think you have to see when you walk in the door. You know, when I have tours, I ask them, because they go to all those facilities. I said, what do you see that we have here? And they said, the passion. You know, you walk in, you see the friendly faces, you see the staff smiling, you see the residents smiling, you see the family smiling. You know, not that it always happens, but I feel like, you know, if there's a problem, we solve it. But, you know, you can't teach that. It's got to come in the heart.
Yes.
And I feel like it's got to come from myself being the executive director to trundle on down to the staff. You know, if I don't give it, how can I expect my staff to do that? So I think, you know, I always say, you can go to the other assisted livings, but I always say the proof's in the pudding.
Tell us where most of your residents are from.
Well, you know, Beaufort is such a melting pot of people. You know, Morningsides, we have lots of Morningsides all over the, you know, Georgia and South Carolina. But Morningside of Beaufort is such a melting pot of people that move from all over the United States. You know, so, you know, it's a transition, you know, because, you know, of the food and the culture. But I think that's what works. I like having the melting pot because you can offer so much to everybody. You know, you got someone that came from Maine, and someone that moved from Georgia, but we all blended. We all get together and we joke and we laugh and tell stories. And, you know, for someone that lives in Beaufort or lives in the rural areas that moved here, this may have never been to Maine or never been to New York. But the stories, their passion, you know, what they've done, and, you know, when they've been in the service, you know, you can't write that. You can't create it.
It just adds to your community. It sounds great.
Right.
We're going to take a break and stay with us. We'll be right back for more 843 TV.